Hello YouTube, Ruth Basque here with a new video. So, I went to Danny's website and looked at how to put on her new outfit and redid it, and it's still not perfect, but it is how it's supposed to go. And here is what she looks like in it now. So here's Kabuki in her new dress that I was having all kinds of problems with last night, trying to figure out how to put on yesterday. And as you can see, she's now wearing it the way it's supposed to be. And this is how it looks on the back. Now, I still haven't figured out how to straighten this out, so I just did it that way. And I've actually seen pictures of girls in these outfits that actually just have it like layered like that. I don't know how he originally had that tied. But yeah, here she is, and here is my beautiful girl and her new outfit, and the most beautiful Asian themed doll I have. I'm definitely going to be keeping her in the Japan, China, and Korean style outfits. She has several kimonos and some of their short type dresses. She's going to next month be getting a new wig, and it's because I found a wig that has that Asian style to it where it's all pulled up in the back like, and then they have the hairpins that go into the buns. Well, I found a wig like that, and it's not going to be cheap. It's going to cost me $68, but I'm going to go and get it for her, and I'm going to get the jewelry pieces, the little hairpins and stuff that go in it with it too, and she'll be wearing that for a lot as well. That doesn't mean she won't be wearing her hair down like this now and then when I put this wig back on, but I really want her to have that more oriental feel and give her more of that feel, because that is what Kabuki is. Even in my story, that's who she's going to be. I mean, out of all the dolls that Danny makes, she has the most Asian look to her. And so yeah, so I just wanted to check in, let you guys know I figured out how to put her dress on, got her straightened out, and I'm going to try to later on do another chapter in my story later today. Try to, emphasis on try. My video on her dress up and it being failed, I guess, isn't very good because a lot of people aren't really viewing it. Usually by now I have more than just 7 views and a couple of comments. Yeah, I know it sounded like I was just complaining about everything, and that really wasn't the issue at all. But it was just me not being able to do anything right. So this is her little origami, because Kabuki likes origami, and as part of her personality, she plays with these, makes these to relax. And I got this from a doll store on Etsy when I ordered some clothes. They actually sent me 2. They sent me this one, and they sent me a little red one that at the moment Sassy is holding it, Kabuki's girlfriend. My story I'm going to start with, when I start my next chapter in my story, is going to be covering mostly Rella, and we're going to talk about her psychic abilities as they come in that chapter. I'm also going to be taking the chapter up a little further, so we move the story along a little faster. And note that I am not writing any of this down when I get on and do the story. I just do it as I go, and whatever that fits in with what I'm doing and I decide to do is what I'll be saying. So the story isn't written down, it's being told by mouth. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the stories when I can get a chapter up. And like I said, today I'm going to try and do another chapter, and I'm really going to work on being able to do that other chapter. And actually it's after midnight and almost after 4, so it's already in the morning, but later on today I'm going to be doing that. So that's pretty much all I really have today or this morning to really say. I just wanted to let you all know that she now has her outfit on, and it's actually a beautiful outfit. I love it. Danny and his people do such great work with the designing of their dolls and the making of their clothes. I now have 2 outfits that are culture Japan, which is something I never thought I would have, because I do have a little British dress. And that outfit I gave to my hippie girl, Quinn, because she has a fake fur jacket she wears with it. And it just gives you that 60s, 70s vibes when she's wearing it. What I'd like to do is find a pattern that makes it looser, that a loose pattern. I guess you'd call it, we call them muumuus. I'm sure the English had a different name for it, but pattern for smart dolls, and take a shot at trying to sew some of those myself for Quinn and other things for my dolls. I don't want to get into anything that's going to be too hard to sew. And then, of course, I have to get a sewing machine, which isn't easy. And you think those would be easier for me to get than these dolls and their clothes, right? Right? Yeah, no, not happening. Because I save my money for these dolls and their clothes. So, like, I keep forgetting I really need to get a sewing machine and learn how to sew. When you own something like this, you should learn how to make clothes for it, or at least have the money to have clothes commissioned for it. But, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm happy with what I do. My life isn't as bad as a lot of people have. I mean, I'm pretty well satisfied with where I am with my life and with my collections. I'm also going to be doing a end of the year doll chat in towards the end of December. Probably the last week of December, maybe the last 2 days before it goes into the new year. And I'm going to be covering all the dolls that I bought this year. And that means that my floating head's going to have to borrow a body. And talk about my goals for the following year on what I'm going to be adding to my dolls, and my goals with my story that I'm doing. I'm going to do some more research, so when I'm doing my story on my dolls that I'm doing and their lives isn't so scattered and all over the place, because I need to start getting certain military terms straight, so I don't sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, even though I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a military brat. Doesn't mean that I didn't have family members that were in the military. I had a cousin that was in the Navy. I had an uncle that was in the Air Force. So it isn't like there wasn't military figures around in my life. It's just I wasn't brought up a military brat. So as we called it back then, they don't call them that today, I guess. I guess that's an insult to say that, but time period difference. I'm 64, going to be 65 this month. So yeah, there will be a lot of clash between me and the younger generation on my terming of things, which is why I need to do some research on certain terms that I use, so that my story doesn't sound funny, because even though it's supposed to be kind of funny, it's also a sci-fi, so it's supposed to be kind of serious as well. So anyway, that's all I have to say today, and I hope you guys like this video and enjoy Kabuki and her new outfit as much as I do. I am very pleased with this, very pleased with these dolls. I suggest them for anyone who runs across these videos. If you can save the money up, or have the money, invest in a smart doll. They're really nice dolls. They pose really well. They're easier to dress than BJDs. They're about the same price as some BJDs, and I'm not going to say some, because I've actually seen BJDs out there that run in the thousands. But then your smart dolls can too, and Danny's done a couple that I have had to pass on, because there's no way I was going to be able to come up with $1,000 to ever get the dolls that he sold that were about that much. Those dolls being Supergirl and Batgirl. And then when he did the one anime series that I used to watch, the boy dolls from those, they were pretty high too. So anyway, stay calm everybody, and carry a smart doll. Blessed be.